In a school of 1,200 pupils, 650 were boys, 400 stayed for lunch, and 380 were juniors. Of the juniors, 75 were boys, who stayed for lunch, and 85 were girls, who did not stay for lunch. 405 of the pupils were senior boys, of whom 150 stayed for lunch. How many senior girls did not stay for lunch? Hint, take 3 sets only. Then if B equals boys, G, that should read equals girls. So let's have a look at the question, and I've summarized it here and drawn a template Venn diagram with 3 sets in. So there's 1,200 in the school and 650 are boys, so the universal set is 1,200 then. Boys circle we can put here, and that adds up to 650, wasn't it? So there's the boys, 650. 400 stayed for lunch, so the L circle we can put here is 400. And 380 were juniors, so the juniors circle then, that will be 380 juniors. Okay, that's the 3 circles then. Of the juniors, 75 were boys who stayed for lunch. Of the juniors then, 75. Of the juniors, 75 were boys, so it's in here, but they did not, who stayed for lunch rather, so they stayed for lunch, boys who stayed for lunch. So of the juniors, 75 were boys, so it has to be in the overlap, because they're boys and juniors, but they did stay for lunch, so it goes in there. Okay, that's that one. 85 were girls who did not stay for lunch, so they're girls, so they're not boys, so they're outside the boys circle. Girls, 85 were girls. Of the juniors, 85 were girls who did not stay for lunch. Okay. Of the juniors, 85 were girls, so it must be outside the boys then, who did not stay for lunch. So outside the L as well. So they're juniors, but they're not boys because they're girls, and they didn't stay for lunch. So that's in here, isn't it? It's outside the boys and the lunch circles. So there's 85 there. 405 were senior boys, so they'll be in the boys circle, but they're not juniors, so they'll be in this crescent here. 405 were senior boys, of whom 150 of those 405 stayed for lunch, so 150 goes in here then. And this whole crescent shape is 405, isn't it? Boys who are senior boys, so they're not juniors, and they're boys. Okay, so 150 and 255 gives 405. Tap it in the calculator if you need to. These two numbers add up to 405. So that's all the information then. So we need to work out how many senior girls did not stay for lunch. Okay, good. So let's fill in this template now with all the information here and fill in what we can. This circle adds up to 250. 255, 260 and 70 is 330. 380, 480. To get to 650 you need 170 more. You can tap that in a calculator to check. That adds up to 650 now. This circle here adds up to 380. 85 and 75 is 160. Add 170 is 330. We need 50 more. Again, check that on a calculator if you need to. This circle adds up to 400. So at the moment we've got 275. We need another 125 more to add up to the 400. Again, check on the calculator that is the case. Now we're asked how many senior girls did not stay for lunch. So if they're senior girls, seniors are outside the junior circle. Girls are outside the boys circle. And not staying for lunch is outside the L circle. So basically that corresponds to this area outside these 3 circles, because if they're in here they have to be girls because they're not boys. In here they have to not have stayed for lunch because they're outside L, and they have to be seniors because they're outside the J circle. So this matches with the question here then, this area. So basically all we need to do is tot up this total inside area, take it away from 1200 and we've got that number there. 650, 650, 700, yeah, 650 for the whole circle, 50 there is 700. 100, so what have we got then? 125 and 85 is 210. 700 and 210 is 910. To get to 1200 from 910 is 290 more. So that's our answer then, isn't it? It's 290. You can check the numbers on your calculator if you need to. So the answer then equals 290 girls who were seniors who did not stay for lunch.